LDBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, guys. I definitely watched the Quest X video, and Babba Gregory, passed on, and I have a lot of things. Okay, I have a lot of things that I do. I have a lot of things that I could go deep, really, really deep into this. Okay, I can. But I'm going to, do this because Bobby Dick Gregory, he was he was a guy, he was a good guy, and he helped the black community immensely. But I appreciate him for what he's done, but I appreciate him more for him trying to educate the black community on how to eat and feed the human body. Bobby Dick Gregory, he was sick and he cured himself. And a lot of people don't know that he did it through his plant-based nutrition. He even made a book, man, on, how to eat. It's crazy what this man has done. But now I want you guys to really think outside the box, okay? I want you to think outside the box. Guys like him, and Dr. Sabi died not too long ago. And Dr. Sabi he was in perfect health. Matter of fact, he was in great health. Probably in better health than you and I. But now he turns up dead. Bobby Dick Gregory, they took him to the hospital, and he wasn't dead set against going to the doctor. I mean, he wasn't dead set against it, and he respected doctors. But Bobby Dick Gregory was one of those people that, you know what, I can just eat properly, take care of myself, drink plenty of water, and my body will take care of itself. And he's been doing that for years. And so now all of a sudden they take him to the hospital. Guys like, Dr. Sabi and guys like Baba Dick Gregory, they are the guys that, you would think that they would just die in their sleep, because they were in that good a shape. He was in good health. And even I think 2 years ago, somebody interviewed him, and, they were asking him, how does he have all this energy? Because this guy was, traveling, man. He was just doing, and he exercised regularly. And I'm still not saying that, you can't, die, you can't pass on. But, I find that kind of really shady. They took him to the hospital and then, he's pronounced dead. It's weird. A lot of these guys, these activists and these health nuts, a lot of these people, they're turning up dead, okay? There's a guy here in my area, man. There's a guy here in my area, no lie, they found him, found him dead. And, he's been, an herbalist. He's been an herbalist for years and years and years and years. Okay, he's been an herbalist, and people would go to this guy. People would legitimately go to this guy when they had like serious stuff wrong. He would give them, because he had a farm. It was crazy. This guy had a farm, and anything you wanted to cure anything, you go to that farm. And his farm is run by his daughter now, and it's still there today. You go, he give you something, and it would totally correct your condition. But he would tell you, always there was a 60-day minimum. And he would say that, you can keep these things away. You got to fast. You got to eat correctly, and your body will do the trick. It'll do itself. And it's weird, man. Even little small stuff, man. So, now we look at this, and I'm like, okay. So they took him to the hospital, and then all of a sudden, okay, he come back dead. So man, I want y'all to understand something. I don't have anything against doctors. I went the other day, and just my sister. They always implore me, go get your checkup. And when you go, they always try to give you something. Well, you got a family history of this. You need to take this. I'm like, no, I'm not taking that because I understand how to read my own blood work, and that stuff is normal. That stuff is within range what you guys put out there. So I tell those guys no. Okay. Now, am I saying that the hospital killed him purposely? No, I'm not saying that. But you gotta kind of wonder. You really, 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 you have to wonder. Do they really think that the conscious community? Do they think we stupid? See, what's the full story? What exactly happened to him? And why would they take him? Why did they have to take him to the hospital? He's an old man. Could have had pneumonia. A lot of different things. But I have to wonder. I have to really wonder. Baba Dick Gregory spoke a lot of truth. And when I tell you that Baba Dick Gregory done told you stuff that was going to happen, that happened. He been telling you, he been telling everybody how the government trying to put that chip in everybody. See, Baba Dick Gregory, he's exposed a lot of information. And you know what? A man like this is dangerous. Not to the black community. No, not to the black community. A man like this is dangerous for people that's got a lot of outside interest. And I'll put it at that. This brother, man, I listened to over, 200 hours of lecture by Baba Dick Gregory on the human body. So many hours of lecture on Baba Dick Gregory. And all of that stuff that he said is true. Everything that he said is true. Even on down to the minute how to sleep better at night, when to wake up. I still use this protocol. When to wake up and go outside and actually go get your exercise. That's why when you see me doing a video, I'm always exercising early in the morning. I got that from Baba Dick Gregory, man. He said the body, functions better like that when you go out and you exercise early in the morning, man, when the sun just rise. Yeah, who would ever think, man? And my body fell in line with a lot of things that was going wrong. But I appreciate him for trying to tell the black community how to eat. Because, you got so many people, they eating ham and macaroni and cheese and ham hocks, and they eating that stuff, man, and they don't even know, man. They don't even know what they doing, man. It tastes good, but, people used to laugh at Baba Dick Gregory when he be at these little family functions and everybody eating all this fried chicken, these ham hocks, and then he come out there with a salad or a green drink. They used to laugh at him. And the same thing they do with me. If I went to a family reunion, crazy. Everybody eating under God's hot sun, and I come out with a veggie burger, a veggie burger on a quinoa roll, and man, you should have heard the jokes. But the jokes on them, man, because when I looked around that room, I saw a lot of people that were very, very sick. And I started thinking about the message that Baba Dick Gregory told me. I started thinking about that message that he preached about, he said to the black community. He said soul food, and this is what Baba Dick Gregory said. He said eating soul food takes the soul out of black people and it kills them. And when I looked around my family reunion, I saw people wearing an oxygen mask. I saw people with walkers. Saw a few people with wheelchairs. I saw people moving in slow motion, and to get in a line of food, that it was doing that to them anyway. I saw all this, and I'm like, you know what? No. This is more motivation to go out and continue to do what I do. And that is just the way that is. I hate that this happened, man, because this guy really was, he was an OG when it came to the black community. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harris, and I'm done.